since the big game, since the, like I called it, the tragedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the debacle.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, Tyvis? This many days through, we've already had a National Signing Day under our belt. Ryan Day had a press conference, which you will hear some. And actually, at 7:19 tonight, you're going to hear what I think is the best part of that press conference. Again, you might have tuned in and you might have been in and out of it because it was something like 40 minutes long. And a lot of it was just, constant discussion about this recruit, that recruit, this recruit, that recruit. And then some of the questions deeper in started to hit the subject that everyone wanted to hear about, which is this team right now, the program right now. What can they do? How can we expect anything different in the college football playoff if you couldn't even beat Michigan, who is a bad team? I think that's the one question that I keep waking up with, Tyvis.
How do they beat a team that's not the Wolverines if they just lost to the Wolverines?
Yes.
Oh, that's the easy answer. You don't know the answer to that?
Tell me the answer.
Have you watched college football this year?
It's just random? Is that all you can come up with?
Yeah, I mean,
is that nothing means anything and throw the records out, rivalry game doesn't matter type of thing? Is it the rival?
That's how you got to treat it nowadays.
I can see a little bit of that of treating it that way, but is it the rivalry game or is it also back to the big game issue? And
you're talking about can he win the big game?
They did win big games against Indiana and Penn State, so I understand that.
Really, in hindsight, do you really classify that as the big game?
The Michigan game is always going to be a big game. No,
I'm talking about Indiana and Penn State.
That's the thing. Well, the Penn State game was a big game.
You really believe that?
I do believe that.
You really believe that Penn State is a number 3 team in the country?
Well, the thing about it, since you seem to be, you're already playing devil's advocate.
What?
I'm going to hop on your side.
I'm not playing devil's advocate.
You're disagreeing with me right there, but I'll hop on your side and say the thing about that when it's a big game, but James Franklin is not as good of a version as Ryan Day. That's the thing about it, is that James Franklin struggles in big games too. Mm-hmm. So it was 2 coaches in that Penn State game that have had a blemished record in their bigger games. Penn State's always been trying to figure out how they can beat Ohio State. And I know on the other side of the coin, you have to look at that in a way and say, well, that's good on Ryan Day's part, beating Penn State. Mm-hmm. He's making us all think he's a big reason why we think those things about James Franklin, because you're always trying to shoot up, right? And you're not trying to beat someone that's beneath you, that's down below. You would, if you're Penn State, you're trying to get back to the mountaintop. So you'd have to beat Ohio State, and they've struggled doing that. But the Indiana game, I want to call it a big game because they're top 5. And I know what everyone's going to say.
Did they look like it? When coming into that game, did you really say to yourself, this is the 5th best team in the country?
I don't know if I said they're the 5th best team,
but
I said they were legit, and I said that they were a really, really good team. And you know what? They were ranked 5th when you played the game.
Okay.
And I also think that Indiana made a couple of big-time mistakes in that game that helped the script for the Buckeyes. Did they not?
Yeah.
We'd agree to that.
I definitely agree with that.
You can't drop a punt in that spot of the game and just hand a touchdown over.
Sacked. Let a punt return go to the
punt return. Those are 3 major things that went against them that really took them out of the ball game to begin with.
I agree with you on that. Listen, the thing to me is Ohio State. How do I know that Ohio State? First of all, let's back it up. Losing this game to the rivalry, all that, to me, basically, what you're insinuating is, it goes back to the big game conversations, all those days.
I'm just questioning how, and again, I'm not here to tell you how to think, but I'm always going to tell you what I think and what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And I'm struggling to get on that side when I asked I put on Twitter a couple of days ago, how's everybody feeling? I'm not feeling that great. And I think the way I put it up was, we're here doing a signing day press conference. And I'm not blaming them for doing it. It's good that they do that and put themselves out there because it is signing day. But it just made it feel weird. The mood was off. The vibes are all off.
Yeah, of course.
We just lost to Michigan, and we're here celebrating our top 5 recruiting class.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that was a little, so what, and I got a lot of kickback from positive Buckeye fans of, it's a new day, and we're in the playoffs and
that's
brighter days are ahead. And I'm like, I want to get there, but I'm not there yet.
So for me, I'm different because I've lived it, not losing the rivalry game, but I've played football collegiate and professionally, and for me, I've learned to turn the page. Like there's nothing, you can't dwell on things. You just got to learn from it, turn the page, and move on. So for me, I've turned the page and I've moved on already. Now,
but I hold on. I always know how you feel about being a guy that didn't lose to Michigan.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a certain kind of moxie that you've carried with you, knowing that, and don't lie.
What are you talking about?
Don't deny. That's a thing. So you don't know what it's like to lose that Michigan game, and then how you would carry yourself afterwards.
No, because I never lost.
Never lost that game.
Yeah, I can't relate. If that's what you're trying to say.
In a rare case,
can't relate.
You being the ex-athlete,
but I understand.
Can't relate in that one.
Like I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of a player. Like where will my mindset be? Because like I said, the closest thing, like I tweeted out, the closest thing I can get to that is 2015 against Michigan State. Like the games is pretty similar of how the outcomes was, what went on in those games, and what happened in those games. It's pretty. The closest thing I'm going to get to what actually happened there.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to put myself in the mindset. The difference between those two scenarios is we had a game the very next week. So it was like you have no choice but to flush it and keep it moving because you got to get ready for the next game. And like I said, we responded in a great way. Obviously won the team up north game and then beat Bodie's Fighting Irish in the Fiesta Bowl. But where I'm at as far as like this situation here is like the whole fire Ryan Day thing, like I've went both ways with it. Like I'm 30 now. Okay. So, when you get 30, you look at both sides of the coin.
You try being 40. Wake up in my bed.
Not literally. You put yourself in the fire him camp and then you put yourself in the, don't fire him camp. So I like to look at both sides. And honestly, the funniest thing is I'm almost landed. I'm like 60-40 on don't fire him because I get how important a rivalry game is, and I get the fact that 4 straight losses is bad. But I also think that one, this is a young head coach. This is a first-time head coach, and I just think that
how many would it take, Tyvis? I'm just asking the question.
It took Jim 5. He was 0-5 before he ripped off 3. Kirby Smart is 1-6 against Alabama.
It took who 5?
Jim Harbaugh. He's 0-5.
Oh, Jim. Oh,
he was 0-5.
God. The only Jim I'm thinking about here on the Buckeye Show is Tress.
Yeah, he's 0-5. Now the only thing is what inspired Jim is Jim was on the last year of his contract. They gave Jim a 1-year deal and incentivized the whole thing. And Jim came back and he responded in a major way. Obviously, Ryan Day's contract is guaranteed to whatever it is, but I think he understands what's at stake now. Like if he makes it another year, I think he understands like this might be your last shot at this thing.
All right, stay with us, Buckeye fans. We're gonna have a lot more of this kind of conversation the rest of the night here. There was a dream scenario for a lot of Buckeye football fans who are still upset. And we can tell you how you can let that dream die. We found that out. That is next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
A lot has changed in 30 years, but we're still that old shoe that feels worn in and well-loved. And well, we smell a little, but you've accepted that. The Fan.
AgPro has been family-owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
Meyer's giving back to the community this holiday season and needs your help. Meyer's asking Buckeye Nation to bring new or gently used children's toys to Ohio State men's basketball, women's basketball, and men's ice hockey events. Beginning on December 1st to December 8th, there will be collection boxes on the 4 main entrances on the main concourse of the Schottenstein Center. Meyer, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint. With their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind or grab a carryout. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizza, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
Save time, reduce costs, and eliminate printer frustrations with Modern Office Methods, your award-winning managed print services provider. We know how to help your business reduce the cost of office printing by identifying necessary print and paper waste. We can improve your printer fleet and decrease the amount of printer frustration. Why wait? Start saving time and money today. Start with our comprehensive print fleet assessment by going to momnet.com and click on Free Assessment.
The Fan app is about to become your new best friend. Your one-stop shop for all your favorite fan shows. ESPN Columbus and BetQL. Live or on demand, listen on your schedule. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. It's free. Do it.
If a friend asks how you're doing, and you say,
I'm okay.
When the truth is,
I don't want my problems to burden anyone.
Or you say,
hang it in there.
Because
if I ask for help, they'll just think I'm weak.
Then this is your sign to call, text, or chat 988 for free, confidential support. Anytime. You don't have to hide how you feel.
Steel holiday savings are here. Make room under the tree for gifts at the top of their wish list. Right now, power up the holidays with great deals on long-lasting tools. Find the perfect gift at your local Steel dealer or shop the Steel Holiday Gift Guide at steelusa.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of clouds around, a couple of flurries, windy and cold. Temperatures in the mid-20s. It feels like around 10 degrees on this Thursday. Overnight will keep the winds up. Temperatures dropping down to the teens with clearing skies by morning. Plenty of sunshine Friday, but don't be fooled. Temperatures still in the low 30s with a west wind about 10 miles an hour. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Scarlet and Gray 24/7, or however long the show is tonight. You're listening to the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
Timmy and Tyvis, all you fine Buckeye fans, our guy Rhyme Time in for the Bode Man tonight, producing things. I'm going to tell you about my friends for just a quick minute here at Tri-State Men's Health. Guys, it is the holidays. It is a time of love and a time of joy. But if you are suffering from that dreaded two-letter acronym, ED, stands for erectile dysfunction, well, this season, obviously, it could be a little rough on you. And if you or your partner, if you and your partner are experiencing struggles because of ED, you can change it up this year. Give the best gift you can give to the one you love by treating that ED and restore your relationship. Talk to my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. Just start by going to the website, tristatemenshealth.com. Take a look around, see some of those treatments that they have there. They've got these treatments. They're going to work for you when those pills and herbals fail. And as I've said before, they've got treatments with success rates that are well over 90%, and some will even have you last an hour or more. I mean,
love that.
You decorate the tree in like 20 minutes, right? We're talking about an hour or more.
Yep.
So that's, I mean, you get the decorations up, you do that, everything is good. 'Tis the season, right? So check them out.
Season of giving.
It's the season to cure your ED. So check them out at tristatemenshealth.com or call them 800-900-9654. They've got lovely locations here in Ohio, 2 in Central Ohio, the one that I see for the low testosterone treatment right there in Hilliard off of Cemetery and 270. All right. Boys, did you see any good basketball games last night? Huh? How about that Buckeye game against Maryland?
Yeah, Maryland's they tell me that they're a top 3 team in this country.
Jacob, do you think they're a top 3 team in the country?
No, but
I don't think so.
Last night they shot like it.
Listen, that right there, man. I couldn't. The halftime score is just like, I really wish, you know what I should have did? I should have pulled my phone out and got on the fan app when the game was over.
Oh, you know about the fan app now?
I do. How
about that?
Some guy by the name of Timothy Hall.
It's a pretty cool thing, isn't it?
Tell you what, I should have got on there last night and listened to what Timmy had to say about that game. Network Timmy.
Yeah, network Timmy. That's right. I don't know if it sounded a whole lot different than what local Timmy would have sounded like.
Well, sometimes even on network, now that I do network stuff myself, sometimes you can't sugarcoat it. You gotta tell it like it is. And exactly. People respect you more for that.
Well, that is such a rough performance, and they're just you can't ever have that.
Well,
you can't.
We shot really bad.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not. You can always just come down to we didn't shoot the ball, we didn't make a 3 in the first half.
I mean, it was bad.
Jacob, there's a lot more to this game of basketball than just shooting. Whether that ball goes in when you spot it for a 3.
Where you been at? It's about dunking and shooting. That's it.
Well, they could have tried dunking then.
You go to any YMCA, go to your local YMCA, and just don't even play. Just sit there and watch. Watch the kids and see what they do.
It's like Normandale and Hoosiers said. There's more to basketball than shooting. There's fundamentals and defense.
Fundamentals.
Rebounding, boxing out.
Yes.
What is all that if I can shoot from the parking lot?
But you can't.
Yeah. No, Tyvis can't.
Whoa, excuse me. Did you not just see that clutch performance I just had?
Oh, please. Stop talking about your Papa Shot games. Nobody cares. What I care about is when 50-17 happens in the first half.
Yeah, that was bad.
How? I don't understand. There is nothing, I don't care how many guys are injured, that should lead to a half of basketball looking like that.
Well, Tim, they outscored them 42-33 in the second half. You're looking at the glass half empty.
The glass half. That was no half cup of water.
They made adjustments in the second half.
That was one of those glasses.
They just were down too much.
That has like the holes in it. That's in one of those magic kits. You give to your sister, hey, drink this water, and the water's spilling out everywhere. That's what that was.
Listen, my boy Michi went like 2 for 13. So come on now.
Tyvis, we talked on Tuesday about it being a big test for the front court with what's coming up. And
yeah, we did. And
it did not look great.
I knew it. But to be fair, it's Devin and Stewart. Like we need Aaron down there as well. Like
yes.
So I'm going to put an asterisk by it because, you got to have the 2 starting guys down there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, I'm going to give it a little pass. But I tell you what, it was exactly what I thought.
But is Bradshaw going to be back by the time we play Auburn?
Don't even think about Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Don't even think about Bradshaw right now, okay? They're not saying anything about it. It doesn't sound good. I'm pretending like he's not here until we know something different. Focus on the guys that are there.
We got to have somebody bang in the paint.
Next man up mentality.
Well, you better hit the weight room or something.
Yeah.
If Austin Parks is going to be the guy that's in there for this Buckeye basketball team, there's going to have to be improvements made in his game on both ends of the floor. But if you guys want to comment or talk to us tonight, you know the ways to do it. We're on Twitter and X at the Buckeye Show. We've got the voicemail text line, which some of you guys were active in over the Michigan weekend, which was fun to hear, 614-460-2896. And as always, you can watch the show. A lot of you guys are driving around in this, 6:15 range. Then you get home and you don't want to be done with the Buckeye Show. So go inside and commandeer the big screen and put the YouTube show up on the big screen.
Kick the kids off.
Hopefully it's a 75-incher.
Oh, no, 85.
Are you 85 now?
I am 85.
Oh, must be nice.
I don't get to watch it. My kids is always on it. So
you can watch it on replay. You go home and see how good you looked on the show with your panda hoodie.
I liked it when we didn't have cameras, so people didn't see how terrible I looked.
Oh my God! Please. All right. So here's the thing. Tell me, by the way, what your boy Jay Crawford was talking about, because that started up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it did.
And the second I heard it, I'm like, well, we all have guys like when we've been in the media for a number of years, decades and decades, and Jay Crawford has been in forever. We've all got contacts. We've all got people that know people who know people, but that doesn't make it a story just if someone starts suggesting things. Yeah, like you really don't know a whole lot from what was there.
So the funny thing is,
talking about Urban Meyer coming back to the Buckeyes, folks.
I'm
if you missed
sitting
that.
there. I'm not on the show that day. He was on. This was on Monday, and I'm on Tuesdays and
Thursdays.
So I'm watching it from my phone, and I hear him say this. And instantly, I laugh. Like, I laugh because, of course, I know Urban. Like, I talk to Urban all the time. Like,
you say false.
I'm sitting there like,
right?
yeah. I'm like, I don't know where you heard that. Urban is not coming back. There's all the conversations out there. He is not coming back.
No.
And I came on the Buckeye Show Tuesday with Baker, and we brought it up. And I told Baker, I was like, I don't know why he said that. Like, there's no way, zero chance that Urban's coming back. And it was funny to see him put out a statement today. Like, yeah, I don't know where this came from. Like, I'm good. And
so if you listen to Tyvis on this show on Tuesday night, you would have already known that you could put that out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, let that go.
Not happening.
He's done.
And now Urban Meyer himself has come out, and actually he issued a statement that has his podcast caption on the bottom. I love that. He's making statements on behalf of his podcast. That's great. Hey, that's good branding because he's on there with Mark Ingram
and Rob
Stone, right? It's basically 3/5 of the show, of the Big Noon Kickoff, right?
Mm-hmm.
He says, it has come to my attention that there are reports speculating my return to the sidelines in Columbus. While I thoroughly enjoyed my 7 seasons as head coach at The Ohio State University, all caps, I have no interest in coaching again. I will always be a Buckeye and have full confidence in Ryan Day, his staff, and every player that puts on the scarlet and gray. That's the statement. That's it. It's done. It's not Urban. Now, of course, that does not mean anything. And I'm not even sure when we go back to Ross Bjork's vote of confidence in Ryan Day, what something like that even means if you lose this very next game in the college football playoff. And then all that goodwill, because that's the shred that you're hanging on to now is that, hey, okay, yes, it sucks. We all would agree to that. It sucks. It was an inexcusable loss to Michigan, but you have got a chance in this newfound college football to win a national championship. And I still, as much as I hold the rivalry in high regard, and I think this vindicates and proves that even though we're in a 12-team system and you still get to go, that we care a whole heck of a lot about the rivalry game, and it still matters.
Yeah.
You still need to win that thing.
Yeah,
you can't rest your guys. You got to win that thing.
I tell you what, to us, it's big. To outsiders, like I talked to Sherm about this, and he's like, y'all gonna fire a coach after he lost? It's one game. Like, y'all gonna fire the coach for that? I'm like, Sherm, you just don't understand.
You don't get it.
He said,
it's not one game. It's 4 of these.
He's like, the dude's 66-10, and I'm like, you don't get it. You just don't get it.
This is not the NFL.
But that's how other outsiders look at it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Yes, it is.
66-10 as coach of the Seahawks would be, incredible.
Elite.
Right?
Yeah.
The most elite of elite, better than Bill Belichick type of stuff.
Yeah.
Unless you're not winning the Super Bowls. You could be, I guess, do the same type of thing and win a bunch of regular season games and then bow out in the playoffs early. And you could have those same discussions about, do we need to move on and find someone that can seal the deal? Those things have happened before.
Yeah, that happens.
Where you get big time winners in the regular season, and then you just decide you got to win the bigger games. So we don't know that yet. That's the point I'm making. We got to see this thing through, and then the decisions will be made. Because these last few days as Buckeye fans have made us want to do nothing more than drink, we're going to talk beers and Buckeyes with our guy, Pat Murphy. Lemonades for Tyvis. That's next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
Big savings?
Yep, which means...
It's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023, CY Industry reported total sales.
Now, in our last session, you said you were hearing noises.
Terrible noises.
Tell me more.
Same time every morning.
Mm-hmm. Can you describe them?
Well, it starts like yee and then turns into woo woo woo.
Indeed. And does it also come with a...
That's exactly what it is. How did you know, Doctor?
This is a symptom of not having an Apex Pros water heater.
Doctor, I know my husband, and he would never...
And the sound then goes yip yip woo woo woo. I'm writing you a prescription for an Apex Pros water heater.
You really think this will help?
Apex Pros, the pros who knows. First you doubt me, then you doubt the pros who knows.
I'm not doubting. I just didn't think my husband would make such
the unnecessary suffering of surprise cold water. I've seen it 1,000 times. Apex Pros even has tankless solutions that provide never-ending warm water.
Wow.
The crazy sounds will go away by tomorrow. Now here's my bill. Now about that sound.
It's Alex, the Apex Bear. We are the pros who knows, the official plumber of the Columbus Blue Jackets. ApexPros.com.
Make the most of your holidays with the Kroger app. You can enjoy over $600 in digital coupons every week. Get access to low prices and earn fuel points to save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. The Kroger app makes it easy to save this holiday season. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
Save on private selection Angus 90% lean ground sirloin. 1 pound packages are $5.99 each with your card and digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
'Tis the season to raise a little Cane with Raising Cane's. Spread joy with craveable chicken finger meals and treat everyone on your nice list to a Cane's gift card or our beanies, socks, mugs, and more. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's. One love.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Ready for a new ride? Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Rise and shine, jabronis.
What a show this morning.
There's only one place where Buckeye legends lay the smackdown. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekday mornings starting at 6.
Give me a juice box.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The future of recycling is now at Rumpke Waste and Recycling. The recycling leader has opened North America's largest, most technologically advanced recycling center right here in Central Ohio. This one-of-a-kind facility features interactive displays, educational opportunities, and the ability to process over 60 tons of recycled material per hour. Rumpke is committed to recycling and sustainability efforts. And for more than 90 years, Rumpke has worked to make sure the items you place in your recycling bin get used again. Visit Rumpke.com to learn how you can team with Rumpke to put less trash in our landfills and more of it to good use.
Hello, I'm Ross Bjork, Senior Vice President and Eugene Smith Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletics Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donato's, Kroger, The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, Huntington, and 10 TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in our great state through the Buckeyes Care Initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag BuckeyesCare.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource, proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Drink up, Slappy. It's time for Beers and Buckeyes with Patrick Murphy.
All right, he is our friend, Patrick Murphy. We love to talk brews. We love to talk Bucks. Timmy and Tyvis here with you fine Buckeye fans on a thirsty Thursday. Pat, how we doing, man?
I'm good. I haven't heard that music in a while, so that was great.
Well, I mean, every time I go to Buckeye basketball games in the first halves when they're at home, you always seem like you don't want me to sit next to you. So
Oh yeah.
I just didn't know if we were doing this.
That way, huh? That's how you're gonna sell it.
Yes, it is. That's exactly how I'm going to sell it.
I get there early. I save you a seat, and you go sit with evil bald Colin.
Well, that's where our designated fan seats are. Now you see we have a better view up there because we're higher up. I just assume we've got those 2 empty seats next to us. You might actually get up and come and sit with me for once.
I prefer to be closer to the action.
Closer to the action. I'll put you closer to the action.
Feet on the wood.
All right. Let's talk about this.
Oh no! Don't you do that! Don't you do that!
I got a Buckeye question for you,
but
Pat.
Let's do it, Tyvis. What do you got,
Pat? How much of the signing day took your attention off of the loss?
Very little, to be entirely honest. I did have some stuff with our guy Bill Kurlick that we got ready for the day leading into it and whatnot. But I mean, with the press conference on Wednesday, the questions obviously were mostly focused on the game and the loss and the offense and all that. So, I mean, I think it was unfortunate that it kind of worked out this way. I looked back last year, the signing day stuff, I believe, was December 20th. So plenty of time in between that loss to Michigan to kind of get over that and turn the questions to signing day, which is unfortunate because I think these kids do deserve their moment. Obviously, they still get that, when they sign their stuff at their schools, but to hear Ryan Day talk about them and things like that. So poorly timed, not by Ohio State necessarily, but really by the way these rules have worked and kind of the way the schedule is in college football.
Pat, we were talking about Urban in the last segment, and that was always seeming like a pipe dream, but that's where people are right now, right? That's what people are going to do when you lose this game 4 years in a row. Anything is possible, right? You're bringing up anything you can think of. We had a question here from Caden, who hit us up on Twitter at the Buckeye Show, and he asked, without Day's contract and the state of college football this year, with NIL deals, transfer portal, all these things, do you think Day would have been fired in an era like Urban's, with all things the same? 1-4 record against Michigan. Tyvis and I were both like, of course. Like, if that was the end, if there was nothing left this season and that was it, don't you agree?
Well, not entirely.
No?
I guess it depends on other factors. Is Ross Bjork the new athletic director? Because I think maybe if Gene Smith were and he had been here for this whole thing, maybe he pulls the plug. But I get the sense that Ross isn't looking to move on from Ryan so quickly after he just arrived on campus, hired a men's basketball coach, has made some other hires. If you read his comments in the Columbus Dispatch, I think he recognizes that this program is still moving in a very good direction. And look, he has been a part of a program, though he did not hire Jimbo Fisher. He was a part of a program where a coaching hire went wrong pretty quickly. And so I think that's something that you obviously have to keep in mind. The chance to still go win a national championship with the way the schedule is now with the playoff, I think buys Coach Day some more time. I think it's a complicated question because there are all of these factors. If you just go back, you just insert Ryan Day into Urban Meyer year 6 and have his record against Michigan, I think maybe you're right. But then also, are we talking about a Michigan team that cheated 2 of the 3 years and, all this other stuff? I just think there's a lot that goes into that question if you really wanted to, kind of dive into it.
How confident are you in the Buckeyes going into the CFP right now? Obviously, I'm sure you've seen the projections of us playing Tennessee with a home game with Tennessee. How confident are you that they can beat a Tennessee, then beat an Oregon, and then so on and so forth and make it to the title game?
I'm still confident in this team, kind of given what we saw the vast majority of the year. I mean, we took the number 1 team in the country, as you guys both know, and everyone listening, to the end of the game at their place. He won 2 more top 5 games. I've said it a lot this week. I think that this Michigan game, there is some sort of mental block with what's going on in the program right now and being able to beat Michigan. And it reminds me a lot of when you were there, Tyvis, and the things we heard out of Ann Arbor with the struggles they were having. and trying to beat Ohio State, though probably not as talented of a roster ever as what these Buckeyes have. But I think that if you look at the body of work throughout the whole season, I don't know why you wouldn't think they can't go beat Tennessee and on a neutral field beat Oregon and really make a run. This is still a talented team. I think there is a Michigan problem within the program, but I think if they had beaten Oregon on the field there in October and the Michigan loss was their only loss of the year, I think people would be saying, hey, we can go out there and win this thing. So I still believe it. I think there is a strong possibility that Ohio State makes a good run in the CFP.
Pat, so we get to the drink portion of the interview. And the other night, I found myself at the Spaghetti Warehouse, which had a lovely view of the Columbus Commons, where the Christmas lights are there. Do you guys ever go down to the Commons and take a walk around, take the family out there?
No, I need to go to the zoo lights, though.
It's a lot like the zoo lights,
Okay.
where you just don't have the animals. If you just want to go and you don't have to pay a fee or anywhere. It's right there in the Columbus Commons.
Okay.
So right there on South High Street.
Okay.
Right there in downtown.
We got to check it out.
So I'm there and seeing what they had on tap that night. It wasn't like the most impressive draft list you've ever seen, but Pat, I found myself sneaking in a Samuel Adams Oktoberfest. You a fan of those? I've always loved a traditional Oktoberfest. Yes, it feels a little late. I was looking more for a winter lager.
Christmas
and I know
ale.
Samuel Adams has a winter ale as well.
You should do a Christmas ale.
Oh, the
Great Lakes.
Great Lakes, right, Pat? You got to be a fan of that one too.
Oh, yes. I will drink Great Lakes Christmas Ale, really any Christmas ales, regardless of the time of year. I actually found a couple in my refrigerator, I think it was 2 Julys ago, back in the fridge. I was like,
yes, yeah.
Oh, this is a nice treat.
Did it hold up?
But, yeah. You could definitely tell a little bit of a difference that they'd been sitting in there for a little while, but it was still good. Christmas in July, I think it was a perfect time to stumble across this.
You should get some lemonade.
No, I knew that was coming.
Simply lemonade or Minute Maid lemonade.
We'll get him a Mike's Hard deal. For Tyvis. We're gonna get you drinking before long. Don't you worry.
Non-alcoholic Mike's Hard lemonade.
Absolutely. An O'Doul's version
Get you a
lemonade.
Tito's and lemonade and tell them to hold your Tito's.
All right, Pat.
Wait, real quick, Tyvis. I know there's a bunch of these NA beers, NA seltzers. Do you dabble in any of that?
I'm a pretty simple guy. I usually just stick to what I stick to. I've had a mocktail before.
Yes, we talked about that.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good.
Well, again, like I'm not trying to force feed alcohol down your throat, but whatever kind of drink you want to have.
Listen, a Tito's and lemonade, hold the Tito's.
There you go. Right. All right, Patrick, it'll be fun on Sunday with the selection show to see how it all locks in, and we'll talk to you soon, buddy.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right, there he goes. Patrick Murphy on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. The last time Nicole Shearin of 10 TV was here, she and Tyvis had a disagreement so bad that they wanted to kill each other. So we're going to bring her back in the studio next, and we'll try to find something that they'll definitely agree on. That's coming up. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
This promo is brought to you by Common Man and Timmy Hall's Ping Pong Game. The Fan.
Get ready, Buckeye fans. Donato's just added something special to the pizza playbook. Introducing Donato's new Block O pizza. Donato's golden thin crust cut in that trademark Block O shape, loaded with crispy pepperoni, smoked provolone cheese, and Buckeye Spirit. It's the perfect pizza for game day or any day in Buckeye country. Now get a Block O pizza for just $10 with any pizza purchase. Order today with the Donato's app or at donatos.com.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint. With their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind or grab a carryout. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizza, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
AgPro has been family-owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
Join our resident gambling degenerates Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas for On the Money Sunday morning at 9.
Presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
All the action, none of the responsibility. The Fan.
You know that project you've been working on? Just chipping away at it, dreaming of the day you get to show it off? Then, when you're least expecting it, cancer. And finishing that project actually happens. I would know. I've been restoring this car for years, and today I'm giving it to my granddaughter. It's her 16th birthday and 2 years since my cancer diagnosis.
Mom, you finished it?
Happy birthday, boo-boo. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
What's better than giving a gift everyone wants? Getting free gas and groceries by earning perks on gift cards purchased at Giant Eagle, Market District, and Get-Go. Choose from hundreds of gift cards to make everyone merry this holiday season from the biggest retailers and best brands, all while earning you free gas and groceries. Stop in our stores for bonus perk offers on gift cards. Give the gift everyone wants and get a little something for yourself, too. The holidays are magical at Giant Eagle, Market District, and Get-Go.
'Tis the season to raise a little Cane with Raising Cane's. Spread joy with craveable chicken finger meals and treat everyone on your nice list to a Cane's gift card or plush puppy, which benefits local pet organizations. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's. One love.
You can use your phone at a doctor's office. You can use your phone at a football game. You can even use your phone at an amusement park. But one place you should never use your phone is behind the wheel. Fines now start at $150. So remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from Classic 3 Cheese, Pepperoni, or Extreme Meat Pizza. Save big with the $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 1/7/25. See app for full terms.
It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Kansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. Just counting down the days to March Madness. Back to the Buckeye Show.
All right, Timmy and Tyvis here on the Buckeye Show tonight. And by the way, we are brought to you by our good friends at CareSource and also by Coors Light. That's the one I really want.
I never know
when I'm cracking open a brew is
those
Silver
was
Bullet.
On. That's crazy.
What, the TV's behind you?
I never knew, like, this on the whole show?
You know,
Tyvis, do not admit that.
Nicole Shearin has popped in the studio now. Hello, Nicole from 10 TV.
Hello.
It's fascinating working with him.
Wait a minute. He's been on the whole time? How many shows?
So a month ago.
Wait a minute. To my credit, I can't see this.
Okay, that's fair.
You can't see it.
And I'm looking at you. It's not like I'm looking at the screen.
Why don't you position yourself a little bit differently?
Because I'm talking to you, not the screen.
I'm talking to you, and my peripheral, I'm blind, okay?
I got the best view in the house of these two
Nicole,
monitors.
I'm blind. I can't see. I can't see.
Tim.
And I'm looking at you. I'm looking at Nicole.
And you see forehead.
I can see the Coors Light logo right here at my 3 o'clock.
I'm not wired that way. Do you know who my head coach was at Ohio State? He preached. He did this literally 10 times a day. You got to go like this. Whoosh. You got to be like this. Whoosh, you got to lock in. So, like, when I'm talking to you, I'm whoosh, I'm locked in. Like, this all I see.
I mean, there's a good thing about being locked in, and I know that what Urban Meyer taught you led to a championship, but there's also something to say about minding your surroundings.
Being aware.
This is on the whole
so you
show.
don't walk off a cliff.
Wait a minute.
Correct.
This don't switch like during the show? Like the entire show?
It switches before the show.
Have you ever watched a clip back from the shows and been like,
you know what I do? Look at who's talking.
Oh, gosh.
I look at who's
because
talking.
I thought you were about to say, I just look at myself the whole time.
Just saying, you gotta focus on I'm reading their lips.
He makes better eye contact. He's more locked into me than I am to him. That's what he's saying.
That's basically, you just admitted that. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
So what were you two fighting about last time? What did we have? It was Penn State week.
It was Penn State week.
And this was the biggest game of the Ryan
Day era. Hey, Nicole, where would they be without that win?
Like fine wine, Tyvis.
Where would they be without that win? Dead. That's where.
I don't know.
Dead and gone.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't win that game.
Shame on you to say that was the biggest game in history. That's cute that you thought that. That's very cute.
That's, quote, cute. Thank you, Tyvis. Well, I would like to stir the pot a little bit today, Tyvis.
That's what I was waiting for.
Can we have a discussion?
I'm open for one.
Okay. So I have had a thought
By the way,
few days.
Nice coat.
All right, guys.
Is it cold
Listen,
here?
It's cold. Side note, I went to Olentangy Liberty earlier. It was snowing at football practice.
I was in
Y'all
Cleveland
know
today.
I am from California, and I am not used to that.
It's awfully snowy in here, isn't it?
Somebody got to welcome you with a nice snowball.
All right.
Bam.
All right.
Anyways.
I didn't mean to stop your train of thought.
Go on,
stir the pot.
Okay,
Here
so
we go.
I'm stirring the pot right now. So I've had this thought that, yes, Ryan Day is 0-4 against the team up north.
No, he's 1-4.
Sorry, 1-4.
4 in a row.
4 in a
Lost
row.
4 in a row.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that's what I meant. But what no one is talking about is that Kirby Smart, for example, is 1-6 against Bama. And you know what happened, Tyvis? He lost to Bama in 2021 in the SEC championship. What did he do? He went on to win the national championship. What did he do the next year? Win the national championship. So why is no one talking about the fact that, yes, Ryan Day is 1-4? But Kirby Smart is right there with him, and nobody seems to be talking about it.
Do you want to take this one, Tyvis?
I mean, it's a layup, Tim. I mean, this is like the free throw line. This
is like you're playing that Buckeye defense.
I mean,
last night.
You said it in your statement. He lost to Alabama, and then what did he do?
Yeah, but
wait a minute. What did he do?
No, I hear you. But what I'm saying is there are people out there who literally were asked, would you rather beat Michigan every year or win a national title this year? And they said beat Michigan every year. That is insane to me.
Well, see, this is the thing. You know what it is? This is what I'm talking about. This is how Sherm is right here. This is it. So
you're Sherm.
I'm sure.
If you're Ohio born and bred,
which I'm not. I know I'm not.
Exactly. So you haven't. This is your first year, so you haven't really got like.
I know. I understand.
The whole thing.
I'm not.
We're gonna get her there.
Yeah, we are because you got to realize that
you're not allowed to leave.
It's not. Right. It's not a game. It's not just a game. Mm-hmm. It's a lifestyle. It's a life. Like this is. Do you know? Do you not be seeing what they be tweeting?
Oh, I see it, Tyvis.
First of all,
listen, I see it loud and clear.
They win the game and they coming at me, and I'm just like,
I know,
strays, man.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. So like you don't just dealing with them these guys and these people from up there. Like it is so frustrating, and it's just a hate that people just don't want. So, like, when people say they would rather win that game than a national championship,
that's insane.
It's bragging rights. Like, it's like, don't get me wrong, I'm here for the natty.
Yeah.
Luckily, I did both. But, like, I understand where they're coming from. Like, I understand it. Like, because some people would look at it like, it's just a game. Like, y'all still got everything in front of y'all. What difference does it make? And that's when you hear that, like the mistake that people say is, it's just another game. Like that, no, it's not.
I get that. I wouldn't say it's just another game.
People are locked in like that.
Yeah.
That's why they'd rather win that game than the next.
I have a question for both of you. I don't know if you guys have talked about this already, but my hot take is that they need to take down the countdown clock in the Woody for this game.
So so our very own,
because let me explain on what you're saying.
Before you go, I want to tell you, our Anthony Rothman and Ice, 12-3 here, he came on. I don't know if he said anything about the countdown clock, but I know that he talked about crossing out the little M's.
Yeah.
And our own Jen Winters put up a lovely little like pump up video where she had the red tape and going around and doing that. And that's been done. But I know where you're coming from.
I don't. Me, Dom, and Adam talked about this yesterday, and Adam and I are on the same page that there is
Go ahead. Go on.
Go on. I will go on.
I look at this as that. I look at you saying that as you're more understanding the rivalry now.
No, I understand it, but here's
because
what
you need
I
to
think.
get away from that until you win the game again.
Well, not only that,
No,
but
let her
it's
talk.
it is a mental block right now that I think the Buckeyes have in their head of this game. And I get it, Tyvis. I get it. I know it means everything. I know it's a lifestyle. I know it is literally personal. But obviously, it's not working right now with the way that they are approaching this entire game. So get rid of the clock. Obviously, keep the gold pants. Keep all of that. But get rid of the 365 days a year. That's all we think about.
This is what I don't understand.
It's a mental game.
No, it's not. This is what I don't understand. We had no problem with it. The people before us had
I
no
knew you were
going to
say that.
So why? The problem is over the past couple of years, you're trying to tweak things. You're starting to tweak things. You moving senior tackle. You're trying to be more locked into this. Obviously, we don't have the great legendary Earl Bruce to come in and speak anymore, but it's certain traditions that goes on into that week that makes it special. And what happened is, the problem is, they're not enjoying the rivalry anymore.
It's not fun.
That's the problem.
It's not fun for anyone.
That's the problem right there.
Yeah.
You have to enjoy everything that comes with it. You don't need to move things and switch things up. No, you got to embrace these things because that's a part of it.
Yeah.
Like you're trying way too hard.
But why aren't they enjoying it? Because of all this pressure. And where does that pressure come from? The countdown clock is one of them.
Maybe that comes from the coach and the guys in charge.
Ryan even said it yesterday, or what was that, yesterday? He said that maybe they need to kind of evaluate this entire rivalry and the way it's handled. I mean, he did say that. He didn't go specific with it.
I hope he didn't say that.
We'll carry this.
No, but he kind of said like the mindset of everything.
Can you stay another one?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll flip to the top of the hour here because we're on to something now, and we're striking some nerves here. And
they ain't striking mine.
You know what? I'm listening to Tyvis, and I'm almost thinking, I don't quite know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna come to my final decision in the break. That's what I'm gonna do. And we also have the college football pulse coming up. We'll keep you up to speed with everything else that's going around in this fine game that's coming up. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Here's a listener tweet. Are men and Bone stupid in real life? Yes. Yes, they are. Common Man and T-Bone.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
The Fan.
Better is around the corner in 2025. Feeling better, getting rid of joint pain once and for all. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. QC Kinetics patients are able to walk up and down the stairs like my dad, tailgate with their friends. They can finally sleep without pain waking them up. That aching, they can feel normal again. That can be you. 2025 can look very different than what the past years have looked. So call QC Kinetics and say goodbye to the shoulder, the knee, the hip, the back, whatever's aching you. QC Kinetics and Dr. Ray Tesser and his team, they're waiting for your call with the treatments right in the office with no downtime, no drugs, no surgeries. Their advanced protocols in regenerative medicine have helped tens of thousands of people get lasting relief. No steroid shots. And if you've been told surgery is your only option, well, check out a second opinion and go check out QC Kinetics. The consultation is free. Go to QC Kinetics/Columbus, or even better yet, call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544 with offices in Dublin and Gahanna.
I used to love shooting hoops with my dad, who taught me great lessons beyond the game. He was the one who helped me open my first bank account. He told me credit unions take care of you like a teammate and often have the best rates. That's why I've been a Credit Union of Ohio member for 40 plus years.
Make life more affordable at Credit Union of Ohio. With great rates on savings and loans, Credit Union of Ohio has been trusted by families for generations. Visit cuofohio.org to join today. That's cuofohio.org. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Things are popping at Al's Delicious Popcorn. With over 80 flavors to choose from, we have something for everyone. From classics like caramel cashew, white cheddar, and our famous vanilla butternut, to new flavors like chicken and waffles and spicy barbecue. They are all made fresh and they are all delicious. Visit us online at alspopcorn.com or come see us and experience the best service in town at 1500 Bethel Road in Columbus. Al's Delicious Popcorn.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a Buckeye, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce. And jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey Columbus, looking for the perfect day trip? Head to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. Dive into football history, see legendary players, and enjoy interactive exhibits. Fun for the whole family. Visit ProFootballHOF.com for tickets. The Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, where it's always football season.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. The Fan. Sports Center.
And I'm Jacob Reimer. We have some football tonight in the NFL. On Thursday Night Football, the 11-1 Detroit Lions host the 9-3 Green Bay Packers. Kickoff up in Detroit is at 8:15. Some big news in the college football world. It was announced earlier today that 6-time Super Bowl winning head coach Bill Belichick has interviewed with North Carolina for the head coaching job in Chapel Hill. The Tar Heels are looking for a new head coach after announcing on November 26th that Mac Brown would not return to the program next season. The Columbus Blue Jackets continue their road trip tonight, this time in Edmonton, taking on the Oilers. Face-off is at 9 o'clock, but coverage can be found right here on The Fan starting at 8:30. And on the hardwood, the Cleveland Cavaliers go for their 20th win on the season when they host Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Tip-off is here at 7 o'clock. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
It's time for the College Football Pulse on the Buckeye Show.
Sponsored by Roof Revivers. Whether your roof needs a quick repair or a full replacement, Roof Revivers has you covered. Visit roofrevivers.com today.
All right, here's what we got going on tonight. I want to give a shout out to everybody that is following along and watching on YouTube. As you know, you can search up The Fan, WBNS Radio, 97.1 The Fan, whatever, on YouTube and find us there. All the shows are there. We're on live. And the chat room is running hot here tonight.
That's because Nicole is blasphemy.
It's great. It's great. So Tyvis Powell is here, of course. It's great to be doing a show with him. I mentioned before, hadn't done a full show with him since November 14th.
Wow.
That's how crazy schedules have been with hockey, with basketball, with the holidays. We could have done one last Thursday, but that was Thanksgiving. So we didn't have that one. Nicole Shearin of 10 TV.
In.
What?
I would have came in.
You would have come in? Mm-hmm. You would have done the show on Thanksgiving with me?
Yeah.
Good man.
Tim,
that's
I'm
why.
used to working. You know, in my
my
old profession, I'm used to working through the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have played football. Could have played football on the day.
We could
That's
have
what you
squatted
do.
up because I was here too.
You were here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nicole was actually.
I was all by myself back here, y'all. It was sad.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Nicole Shearin, 10 TV, sports anchor reporter. She's here in the studio. We got on something. Rhyme time is back there. Rhymer, why don't you just hang out for another couple minutes? Because we gotta finish this thing. We got to finish this thing.
Blasphemy.
You're an Ohio kid. Countdown clock, some of the crazy stuff like getting rid of the traditions. Where do you come down on that, or do you just have to keep that and figure out another way, something more old-fashioned to finally win this game and don't make it about our traditions?
I think it wouldn't be bad to maybe mix it up. It's four straight losses.
Mix it up how, though?
Do you know
what are you saying?
That I'm still thinking of.
This is ridiculous.
No more red X's? No more crossing out M's?
I do
or
like
countdown
that.
clocks?
I do like the X's.
But see, my thing
the X's is cool.
I like the X's.
Yeah.
I like the X's too.
Keep crossing out the M's.
This is what I don't understand. This program is based off of tradition, excellence, competitive, brotherhood. You gonna take the tradition and just throw it out the window? Are you crazy?
Yeah.
It's just, the time clock, it's there. We see it, or they see it every single day.
Yeah.
Then why hasn't there been a change yet?
You know why?
Thank you.
You want to know why? Because we decided to run the ball down the middle of the field, like 30 times, not getting anything from it. That's not on the fact that players aren't locked in and what they have to do. It's not that the players aren't focused.
Tyvis.
It's called a terrible game plan. If that's what it's called.
It was a bad game plan.
It was.
If anybody needs to switch up anything, it's not the players aren't working hard. It's the fact that the coaches need to put them in position to succeed. How about that?
The epiphany that I had in the break there when you guys had this argument about should we take a break from some of them, should we not? You don't have to make, as you alluded to, Tyvis, a clock is just a clock. I can choose to look at it and let it fire me up when it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon and maybe I've had, a good 2-hour workout and I feel an extra jolt of energy. Maybe I got some of that tri-state in me and I feel like I got another 20 minutes or 30 minutes left in this workout.
You got an hour.
Then maybe I glance up. Then maybe I glance up at that clock and I see that block M and I think about preparing and getting ready for it. And that might help me out in some of my workouts the entire year. Other times, I don't have to make a thing of that. I'm sure there's days where I walk by it and pay no mind and it means nothing to me. And then there's some days where I can actually use that to my advantage. It can't just be about these things. You have to sack up and go and win that game with smarts and with toughness.
Sitting here talking about a clock.
And execution.
A clock.
I'm talking about
the clock.
We're talking about practice.
No, I agree.
Man.
The clock has nothing to do with the plays being called.
No, and I totally agree with that. I think we all agree it was bad play calling at the end of the day. It was. But you know the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it? Well, right now, it's a little broke in that category. And I think maybe, and I'm not saying that the clock is going to fix everything and they're going to beat Michigan next year if they get rid of the clock. But maybe switching up the juju a little bit, if you want to call it that, maybe there's a little bit of a different mindset going into that game next year.
Maybe.
If it's the clock, if it's whatever it is.
No, worst case scenario. So you saying take the clock down, don't cross out the M's.
No, I didn't say don't cross out the M's. I'm just saying if I had to choose something, I'd maybe choose to take down the clock.
That makes no sense to me.
And I get why it doesn't make sense to you. I get it.
I'm going to be honest with you. Being in the program, I think I looked at that clock maybe once a week. The only time I looked at that clock is for finishers when they say, we got team up north period for finishers in the weight room. So we turn around, they'll look at one person to get up and says, we have 295 days until we beat that team up north.
So we got 295
push-ups and sit-ups. That was it.
It's like an iconic thing in there.
And kind of like what you're saying, I mean, some guys could literally look at that way more than others.
Right.
And I will never know that.
To each their own.
The only clock that I'm looking at is that one right there in the weight room.
The real clock.
The real clock.
When it's done, when I have to be on time. Yeah.
I think something that Reimer and I both agree on is that maybe it's time to switch a little something up. That's all. Whatever it is.
A popular opinion is not switch something, but switch someone. That's the popular.
Are you kidding me? Where are we at in society today?
Where are we at? That guy had a hell of a year. Did you see? Coach Gundy?
Yeah, he fell off.
He had no wins. No.
Oh, they finished with an 0 in the conference?
Yes, 0-9.
Zip.
0-9 in Big 12 play.
That's tough.
Pretty bad.
For doing everything right. Yeah. All right, rhyme time. Let's look at some things here. I wanted to point out, too, to everyone here, how a thing that I'm looking at in the college football playoff, potentially, it would have to be a bigger upset to occur. But the fact that the UNLV running Rebels, see, this is the crazy thing that you would never exist. And I understand how some people on the other side of expansion would say, don't need a team like this in the playoff. But hey, they get into a conference championship game. This is the format they decided on. I've had different ideas about the format, but in this one, they could do it. If UNLV beats Boise State, they're in. And we go back to months ago, here in this very segment, guys, we talked about this story, how Matthew Sluka, Matt Sluka, chose to just bow out.
Yeah, he did.
Just dip out.
We did
over some disputes.
He
You might have been in here, Nicole.
I was.
There was an argument about payments, and I'm not saying that that's right if he was promised things and he didn't get it, but my stance at the time was, how is this going to benefit this guy to just leave his team now with nowhere else to play until next season? And now they might make the college football
Honestly,
playoff
iconic.
with their other quarterback.
That's iconic.
It's crazy.
Yeah. If they do, good for them.
And they only lost to Boise State the last time, but it was a one-possession game.
I was about to say, yeah,
and
it was one possession.
Their dual-threat quarterback, this guy's thrown for, I think, 17 or 18 touchdown passes, low picks, but he's also rushed for like 800 or 900 yards and 10 or 11 touchdowns. So it's a different element there.
So it's not the player, it's the system, huh?
I mean, look at the position that they're in.
Yeah.
I think they were undefeated. I think they'd already won the Kansas game when he left.
First of all,
I'm just saying that's poetic.
It
is poetic.
Yeah.
It's
I
totally
think the
it's a movie.
CFP would be upset if Boise State loses this game.
Oh, I mean, after all the hype.
Yeah, the Ashton
Of course
Genty.
they would.
They have to see Ashton Genty in the playoffs. Like people kind of want to see that.
I'm just saying it could happen. All right, Reimer, what do you got?
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me. Hurt my feelings.
So, as I mentioned in the update, former 6-time Super Bowl winning head coach of the New England Patriots, Bill Belichick, interviewed with North Carolina for the head coaching job, as Mac Brown will not be coming back to the program next year.
Just great things just happen all around you. He's a Tar Heel fan, everybody.
Last night was not great. We know that.
How'd that one
on
feel?
the hardwood. It was a brutal watch.
Losing to a football school at your gym, at the Dean Dome. What an embarrassment.
I mean, it's basketball.
Honestly, burn your jersey at this point.
Oh my, okay.
right?
Hey, this is the college football pulse, not college basketball.
I'll tell you what, Bill Belichick, the money must be drying up or something. Why does he want to get? Why does he want to get back into college?
He's got a 24-year-old girlfriend.
What does that have to do with anything?
You need a lot of money to keep her happy.
He's been at Tri-State, I tell you that.
She's not dating him for his looks. We know that.
I don't think he's going to college. He don't want to deal with that NIL stuff.
There's no way. It's exhausting. No way.
I can't. And there's so many NFL coaching jobs that's going to be open. And to me, the only reason he wants to coach is because he wants the record. Like, that's the NFL record for most wins by heck. That's the only reason he wants to coach.
Jacob, what are we missing here? You know that program. You know that athletics department because you follow Tar Heel sports. This only thing I can think of is it's such a wild change. Like, Bill would be looking for a wildly different thing.
Yes, it would just be, I don't know, it's just so strange for, okay, you're going to go from Mac Brown to Bill Belichick, who's only 4 years younger than Mac Brown. Yeah, he may still have it, but I don't know, it'd just be weird for Bill Belichick to come down to the college level for me.
Yeah, Butch Davis was there a little bit before Mac Brown, and that was a name that actually had some cachet.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
For him winning a national championship at Miami and having his time in the NFL and then coming back to college football. And it's just been, I've been there, I've worked in that market, and football is weird. It's just weird. It's,
well, like Tyvis
they want to get to a bigger level, and they just have always struggled to do it. They've got all those universities there, Duke, NC State, North Carolina, all within a 16-mile radius, and they just can't get out of that 8-4, 9-3 hole. That's the best they can do.
Well, and like what Tyvis said, why would he want to get into the world right now with NIL and everything? I mean, you saw guys like Nick Saban get out because it was going that direction.
You saw Jeff Hafley take a pay cut to go to the NFL.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It makes no sense.
I think he just want to put his name.
That's what I'm
out
saying.
there.
I think it's just kind of stirring stuff.
Yeah, he trying to get the pot buzz and stuff.
All right, any last one, Rhyme Time?
I just got I got a quick question.
Yep.
We're going to talk Bubble Boys since we got a bracket. Who is most deserving of the last spot potential? Bama, Miami, or Ole Miss?
Ole
Go.
Miss.
Most deserving.
It's really South Carolina if we really want to be technical. But out of those three, I'd rather Ole Miss. The Bama thing, they cooked. I don't care what
they're
nobody
done.
Say. They cooked.
So full disagreement with the way that they set it up for Bama to get it. Because that's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that goes back to the fact that it's Bama.
That's exactly what it is.
Which doesn't make it right, but that's exactly what's going on.
If that's the case, they should have Ohio State play them so we can see the two freshman phenoms.
Why are you saying Ole Miss? Because they beat Georgia? That's it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a win over Georgia.
That's a big win.
Okay. But, I mean, Bama beat Georgia. And, I mean, I don't know.
Ole Miss blow Georgia out?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Well,
I don't think they blew them out.
No, it was
pretty Bama.
First half,
I'm looking at Bama.
Bad.
I'm looking at Bama 41-34.
Tim, first half it was bad, and then
28-10. Okay, yeah, they did. They handled them more than Bama did.
Like I remember watching that game, knowing Georgia was going to lose the entire game. So
they lost to Florida. Okay,
yeah, that was a shame.
That
was.
They lost to LSU.
They lost to LSU on the last second play.
Lost to Kentucky
that was a shame.
at home.
Kentucky had Georgia to the ropes.
They lost to 4-8 Kentucky at home.
Bama about lost to. I mean, not Georgia about lost to.
They didn't. Is the key difference?
That's true.
They didn't.
That's true.
It's a difference winning and losing.
I think from a talent standpoint, I just think that Ole Miss got more talent than Bama.
Do you want to say for one more? We're going to talk about Ryan Day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give the folks what I thought was the best and most impactful part. And you were there. You can tell me if you agree with that of the Ryan Day press conference. I think we need to listen to it again. We need to hear it again. Rhyme time. Good stuff. With the Pulse, Nicole Shearin of 10 TV, sports anchor and reporter still here. Tyvis is here. It is the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
The sound of Paul Keels calling a Buckeye game is erotic.
Oh, yes.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
AgPro has been family owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
Hello, I'm Ross Bjork, Senior Vice President and Eugene Smith Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletics Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donato's, Kroger, The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, Huntington, and 10 TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in our great state through the Buckeyes Care Initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag BuckeyesCare.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint. With their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind or grab a carryout. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizza, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
For over 30 years, Schumacher Homes has been building affordable custom homes throughout the Buckeye State. Experience true customization on your land, your way, without any compromises. Come visit any of our 9 Ohio model home and design studio locations to see the latest in design trends and learn about our award-winning building process, or start online at SchumacherHomes.com. You'll be surprised how affordable a custom home will be. Schumacher Homes, proud home building sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
Things are popping at Al's Delicious Popcorn. With over 80 flavors to choose from, we have something for everyone. From classics like caramel cashew, white cheddar, and our famous vanilla butternut, to new flavors like chicken and waffles and spicy barbecue. They are all made fresh and they are all delicious. Visit us online at alspopcorn.com or come see us and experience the best service in town at 1500 Bethel Road in Columbus. Al's Delicious Popcorn.
Most radio stations suck. Here's why. They don't invest in local programming. We're live and local 14 hours a day. You can rest assured that every stupid thing we say is 100% local. Homegrown, dumb since day one. The Fan.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with the $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 1/7/25. See app for full terms.
Attention, Buckeye Nation. Get ready and grab a Coors Light to cheer on our Ohio State Buckeyes as we fight for a spot in the championship. We know there's nothing like game day in Columbus. So whether you're at the tailgate, the bar, or just watching from home, choose chill. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
Does your vehicle need maintenance, but you don't have time? Krieger Ford's got you covered. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or we come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A little brisk out there on this Thursday. Temperatures in the 20s. It feels like 10 degrees. Mostly cloudy skies and a couple of flurries. We'll keep the winds up. Temperatures dropping overnight with clearing skies by Friday morning. Starting off in the teens, ending up in the low 30s with plenty of sunshine Friday afternoon. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Brutus is their homeboy. This is the Buckeye Show.
Timmy Hall, Tyvis Powell, and Nicole Shearin of 10 TV is hanging out with us tonight. What are you doing later on? What's on at 11?
I will be anchoring at 11.
Ooh,
we've got
nice.
high school state football tomorrow. I'm making the trip to Canton. I
good
saw
for
the
you.
picture of the snow-covered field.
We are so blessed to be out here in football weather.
Remember the time we did that playoff game and it was cold?
Oh my God. Tyvis and I. So I was off the high school football scene this year.
Why did you do that?
Too much going on. Just too busy. Too much going on.
I'm talking about the day you did it that day.
Well, there were like 3 years in a row where I filled in when Matt Andrews was on the road. So he obviously couldn't do the high school football game.
Right.
And he was out just for a longer period of time. He missed a few months of work here, so he missed almost the whole high school football season this year anyway. So we had other guys filling in, and that's why you heard Tito doing some, and our guy Paul Barnes has done some OSU hockey. Tito did 3 games or so.
Really?
Where I would have probably done them in the past. But he and I, Tyvis and I, did a game at old historic Crew Stadium.
Oh, that's fun.
We did the Gahanna New Albany game.
Okay.
Yep, that's a
regional final.
Yeah, whoever won
it was to go to the Final
States.
Four.
I thought it was to go to states.
That is state. That's basically what.
It's the
you
same
call it the
thing.
Final Four.
That's to go to the Final Four.
Yeah.
States, whatever.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. Not the state championship game to get to the state semifinals.
State semis.
Yes, there we go.
Say that.
All
There you
right.
go.
There's North Carolina.
Man, because I told you,
Virginia. We
I
played
told
AAA
you
ball.
that whoever, it didn't matter who won, they was gonna play St. Ed's, and it was over. They wasn't gonna be Ed's. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
All right, before we get back to some of these clips and what I deem some of the best parts of the Ryan Day press conference, and Tyvis, you were not there. I know you watched clips of it. Nicole, you were there covering it, so you'd get the surroundings and the mood of the whole thing. Before we do that, I have to tell you something I'm going to be involved in here, and that'll be fun. The college football playoff selections, they're, of course, going to be announced on Sunday, so you can tune in at noon as The Fan and you guys, 10 TV, we're presenting Chasing the Championship. It's sponsored by Logan Services. You'll have Dom and Adam, and then myself and Dane Sanzenbacher. And we're going to break down the Buckeyes' first-round matchup. This is a digital-only show. It's going to stream live on our YouTube channel and on 10 TV Plus. So don't miss the action. You can watch Sunday at noon.
I wasn't invited.
Not this time.
I'll be doing the Browns anyway.
Right? I don't know. Why aren't you doing this?
So I will be making graphics in the booth during the show. So for everybody watching who
Working
sees all the graphics up there, that's me. I'll be making them.
Would you like me to whack Adam?
Yes.
Then you'll do his part.
Yeah, perfect.
Take him out.
Right.
Take him out.
Right.
Take him out.
Take him out.
Right. That's a good old mob term.
Take him out.
Don't get it confused with something else.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're going to start with this part. We'll play it first, and then you will kind of tell everybody when that was in the press conference and when it finally got to the point at hand, because for setting the scene again, we have a press conference on National Signing Day.
Yep.
This is how crazy college football is. They've been doing this a few years now, where it's the early signing period and almost 90% of the recruiting gets locked in December instead of what was the first Wednesday in February?
Yep.
Is that what it would have been?
It was the first or second.
Yeah, it was in February. But so we're into the press conference, but we still lost 4 in a row to Michigan, and people want to talk about that. And we hadn't talked to Ryan Day since then, since the post-game press conferences, and then it kind of turned like this.
Control what you can control. So that's kind of where our focus will be.
I guess you just had wrapped up signing day. Do you expect to be here next year?
Yes. Yes.
So whenever you get just a short answer like that and the coach doesn't choose to expound, kind of does something to the room.
Yep.
Right? What was the feeling like in there when that one got popped?
Yeah, so obviously for people who weren't there, the first part of this was all about National Signing Day, the recruits, all that sort of stuff. And then that was the first question that kind of shifted gears into that category of, because listen, the reality is we're all reporters, we're all in there, we are all thinking the same thing. And it's about who's going to ask it. But I will say one thing. I thought Ryan Day did a great job of handling the heat of that presser because it was hot in there. Like it was a lot. And I think
when it finally turned to that.
Yes, when it finally turned to that.
Because it was a lot of, this recruit, that recruit, this
exactly.
recruit, that recruit.
Well, you gotta respect him a lot because he takes accountability. Like
absolutely.
He definitely always says
he said it's on me. Yeah. He took accountability for it.
We all agree on that.
Yeah. And I mean, there are some coaches out there who wouldn't do that.
No, they would not.
Not Matt Eberflus of the Bears.
Yeah.
I think we handled that great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Handled it great. It was the worst, most baffling display of clock management in the history of the sport.
Yeah.
You didn't handle it great. Just admit it to us. You idiot.
And I will say too, guys, like when Ryan was talking that entire press conference.
I broke him.
You broke Tyvis.
Go ahead.
When he was talking that entire press conference, I felt like that was real. Like I felt like that was genuine. That was real. I mean, he literally said, I was shocked on the field. And I think we can all agree that shot of him looking out in the distance, that's the definition of shocked. He never thought it was going to happen.
I want to play the next couple parts here.
Yeah.
And get him in here. So this was when he got asked about, so this has happened.
Mm-hmm.
All these guys came back to achieve something. How much are you putting on this playoff now? Because a lot of people have, made up their minds, he needs to win the national championship for me or else. So this was Ryan in response to that notion.
Yeah, that's it. And these guys, again, we've said it all year. They came back for a reason. So yeah, when you lose this game, it is completely maddening and just frustrating and all the above. And again, the good news is we still have a goal out in front of us. We still got a chance to go do something special here with this group. But the adjustments have to be made. In order to do that, we got to get the things fixed that didn't go well in that game. And, got to get that first win and then get some momentum from there because, that's all we can do at this point. But yeah, to sit here and say that we're not frustrated or disappointed would not be true.
And then last one for right now. This one about why this was good. Why the confidence that you guys had been playing with.
Yeah.
I think Dan Hope from 11 Warriors might have popped this one, which was good. Tony Gerdeman had that first one. That was good too. On why the confidence that they've had does not translate to the Michigan games lately.
I think we came into the game as confident and as loose, I think, as we've been since I've been here, probably going back to 19. So, I think as the game went on, it started to get a little bit tighter because, it was, a couple turnovers here and there, some things didn't go our way. And so, you start to feel that a little bit as the game went on. I don't think we started out the game that way. I don't. And I thought the preparation was loose coming into the game, but obviously it didn't end that way.
I guess then what do you have to do then so that if you get into playoffs, you end up in a similar situation where things start poorly?
Yeah.
How do you keep the team from losing its confidence like it did in that game?
Yeah, well, you got to continue to find ways to jumpstart the team and get some excitement, and execution fuels emotion. And a big part of that is coaching. Trying to find ways to jumpstart the team and give them some X plays or things on the perimeter that can kind of get us going a little bit. And then when you start, moving things around and getting the ball outside, it opens up a little bit inside. Now, when all of a sudden we can't just abandon the run. We're just not going to be throwing it, 60 times a game. That's just not a recipe for success. But it's clear that we have, very, very good receivers here. And when we have an advantage there, we got to utilize that. And so we have to figure out what those adjustments are going into this next game and make sure that gets done.
That was a longer piece. I kept it that way on purpose. That last part. There you go. And I don't know what the number is, but more. It was more. And it was getting it to the guys that we know have an advantage over them.
Yep.
Nicole, what do you think real quick about how it's going to be?
I mean, yeah, when you have the top receivers in the country, you have to use them, period. And I think I was just telling Tyvis this in the break. And Ryan just said it right there. I think a lot of what happened on Saturday was that when Will threw that pick, the confidence level maybe dropped a little bit of, okay, this is the kind of game that's maybe going to happen. Like Ryan said, that confidence went down. Because why would they not be confident? They knew they were the better team this entire year. Why would they not be the most confident they've ever been going into this game? They've got the guys who came back to win this game. I'd be juiced. I'd be as confident as I've ever been.
All right, we'll see you on the 11 o'clock.
Yes, everybody
no
tune
coat.
in. No coat.
No coat.
Maybe a coat. A blazer. I'll have a blazer on. Not
Blazer.
this coat, though.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Sunday, selection show.
Selection show Sunday.
Gonna find out. It's
Must be nice.
College football wants a piece of college basketball. Because it's awesome. That's why. Because the tournament is awesome.
We love brackets.
We like brackets.
I'll just be in Cleveland.
Cold.
With your lemonade.
Is it going to snow, Tyvis?
I don't think so. It's not. The game's in Pittsburgh.
Well, it's cold there, too.
I ain't got nothing to do with me because I'm going to be indoors.
Have anything to do with you anyway.
That must be nice, Tyvis.
You going to be indoors. What are you talking about?
Not on Friday night. Not tomorrow.
She'll be outside.
I'll be outside shooting the game.
She's high school football. It's tough work.
Looking like a snow bunny.
Get you what is it, Canada Goose?
I need that. Devere told me the
About
same
a nice
thing.
My wife got one. She says she'd
Yeah.
be sweating in it. She takes it off in the winter because it's
too
so hot.
I
That's
need
too
that.
hot.
I need that.
All right, you may have heard by now about the ridiculous blowout loss for Buckeye Hoops last night at Maryland. What was Diebler's reaction to it? That's coming up. Nicole Shearin, 10 TV. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks,
Tyvis
guys.
is here. That's coming up. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Matty Ice has a large tattoo on his calf of LeBron eating a lion. I have nothing else to say. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan.
Toyotathon is on, and it's the perfect time to wrap up the year with a new RAV4, America's best-selling SUV. Now through January 6th, get 4.99 APR financing on a new 24 or 25 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Excludes RAV4 Prime. Or lease a gas-powered 25 RAV4 LE for $299 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax title and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
What's better than giving a gift everyone wants? Getting free gas and groceries by earning perks on gift cards purchased at Giant Eagle, Market District, and Get-Go. Choose from hundreds of gift cards to make everyone merry this holiday season, from the biggest retailers and best brands, all while earning you free gas and groceries. Stop in our stores for bonus perk offers on gift cards. Give the gift everyone wants, and get a little something for yourself, too. The holidays are magical at Giant Eagle, Market District, and Get-Go.
Dormar, you're my hero. Man, it's cold in here. Dad, did you call Dormar to have your yearly furnace maintenance?
Call who?
Dormar.
Huh?
Call Dormar.
Gosh, bless it, Red. He said to close the garage door more.
You two are unbelievable. I'm calling Dormar.
Tell them to bring me a filter.
You did hear me, right?
Yep, but your mom doesn't need to know.
Call 614-238-6689.
Dormar, you're my hero.
With the new made-in-house breakfast sandwiches at United Dairy Farmers, mornings are made for you. So whether you're heading into work or working from home, dropping off the kids at school or the dog at daycare, you're in for a treat, like a made this morning Canadian bacon, egg, and cheese croissant, and special seasonal donuts fresh from our family bakery. Add a cup of coffee you can make as bold and creamy as you like, and your morning's gonna be
perfect.
United Dairy Farmers Breakfast, made for you.
Football season is here, and we have so much stuff. One station isn't enough. Find even more pigskin on ESPN Columbus.
Set your second preset to AM 1460 or 97.1 FM HD2, or listen on the Fan app.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan.
Would you believe that giraffes are 30 times more likely to get hit by lightning than people? Or that a single cloud can weigh 550 tons or more? Sounds fake, right? How about an insurance company that actually treats you right? Sounds unbelievable, but it's true. NJM Insurance is proud to put policyholders first. And they don't use jingles or mascots either. Don't believe me? Well, guess what? Everything in this commercial is true and approved by the legal department. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit njm.com for a quote.
When you have the lowest prices every day feels like Black Friday. That's why Bob's is unboxing incredible values every Friday in November. Oh, no, not a boxing match. We're unboxing unbeatable values for your home. We're talking beautiful bedroom sets, feature-packed power sofas, dining sets, pop-up sleepers, decor, and more, all at wow-worthy prices. Now you're getting it? So check back every Friday for a new unboxing, because every day is like Black Friday at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Hey, Ohio State fans, it takes a lot of energy to root for the Buckeyes. That's why Burger King is going to get your team going with the $20 Buckeye Blitz Bundle. This OSU fan exclusive has a delicious lineup that includes 2 Whopper sandwiches, 1 cheeseburger, 3 small fries, and 3 small drinks. Get over to your local BK and get fueled up for game day. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey Columbus, looking for the perfect day trip? Head to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. Dive into football history, see legendary players, and enjoy interactive exhibits. Fun for the whole family. Visit ProFootballHOF.com for tickets. The Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, where it's always football season.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource, proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Trying our best to make Tyvis Powell raise his voice at least 3 octaves.
Are you serious, Tim?
You're listening to The Buckeye Show.
Presented by Coors Light.
Timmy and Tyvis. Our guy Rhyme Time. Big thanks to Nicole Shearin of 10 TV, who was with us for 3 segments. If you are just joining us for some reason, then you can always catch the podcast in its entirety and go back and listen to some of the great conversations that we've already had. A lot of it's college football playoff centric. Little Ryan Day chatter, little Urban Meyer chatter in the first hour too, and then getting into some of these crazy scenarios and re-listening to some of the best pieces of the Ryan Day press conference in the last segment. How can they listen to that podcast, Tyvis?
They can go wherever they get their podcasts. Rhyme Time will have it up there 5 to 10 minutes after we get off the air. Some good stuff.
Anywhere you get your audio, just download it and subscribe. Been seeing a lot of those Spotify, what I listen to pods. People have been throwing that out there today.
You're a Spotify guy?
I'm not, but I've been seeing a lot of people post that.
Yeah, I'm a Apple Music.
I'm a YouTube podcast guy.
I'm an Apple Music.
I get that. Yeah. Apple Pods.
Yeah.
If you're on there, give us a little rating and a review.
Yeah, it's funny.
Always appreciate that as well.
I always get a notification when it's uploaded. It pops up on my phone, Buckeye Show.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's why you subscribe.
That's why
do it.
I know when Rhyme Time does it. Like I get the notification.
I would especially subscribe to this show.
You today too. You got 10 minutes.
Look at
it was up like 5 after on Tuesday.
It's perfect. Yeah, that's good work.
I'm jinxing myself right now. It's going to take forever now.
It is. You're gonna be a little bit behind, and we're gonna call you on it. Yes, we are. All right, so let's talk about that basketball game. I don't want to do it, but we have to do it.
Brutal.
It was a brutal game, and I want to go back and hear and let you guys hear if you missed this from last night after the game, where Buckeye Hoops was starting Big Ten play, and this is really the mood of this season has taken a big turn now from where it just was at 5-1 and having a chance to beat a good Pitt team. I think this is a Pitt basketball team that the Buckeyes dropped the game to last Friday with really dynamic guards. It's a big season for their head coach, Jeff Capel. Right, Reimer? I mean, he got in there, and they've given him a lot of time to get this thing up and running. They have not been good, and then they made the tournament finally 2 seasons ago. They missed it last year, and now it looks like he's got a pretty full cupboard again to make a move.
With how bad the ACC is, or at least they're looking.
Right.
If he doesn't make the tournament this year, then that's not a great look.
Wouldn't be good. Yeah, he's been there. He's like in season 7 or so.
I want to say it's been that, yeah.
Their guards were good.
Yes.
But there was a problem in there, too, is that you knew that their guards were good, and Ohio State let those guys cook. And to let a guy go for 28 and 21, maybe shut one of those guys down, Tyvis, with a defensive performance, you know?
You know that.
You know you're expecting good players.
I think that's where I'm shocked at, because Deeb's always talked about how he wanted to push the tempo, how we're gonna play up pace and all those things, and I think
you got to have some defense that can start that.
Wait a minute, I feel like everybody in their starting 5 had double digits except for maybe one person. Like everybody was pretty much getting what they wanted.
Well, if we're still talking about Pitt, but if you're advancing that to Maryland.
Oh, I went to Maryland.
Yeah, if you went to Maryland, then yes. But My point being is that in just a 2-game swing, 5-1, a chance to get to 6-1 by beating a good Pitt team, then going on the road. Instead, you drop the Pitt game. And do you believe in carryover? Because I do. Negative carryover from when you're feeling a little bit down about losing a game that you had won, and then you just get blown out.
Wait a minute. Did you not watch them for the past couple of years?
There's a lot of carryover. Yeah. Basketball is a much bigger carryover sport because you're playing. You got to get back and play. It's not like football where you get a whole week break and you've got the same regimen. Basketball season, basketball games, they pop up every which way.
Yeah, but you gotta flush that. Like I like the basketball because sometimes you get a week to have to worry about it. Sometimes you get a couple of days, and I like the couple of days because it's like, all right, let's get it out of our system. Let's get back on the court and let's get back right. And I don't know what happened yesterday. I'm shocked. I'm just shocked that happened like that.
So this was Diebler, first off, just a little bit baffled by the game, by the performance where they were losing to Maryland 50-17 in the first half, and they at one point got down by 40 at a spot in the second half before they went on to win that second half by 9 points. But here was Diebler.
Disappointed in our pressure defensively to start the game. And when you're on the road, you can't. There is no feel out period. You got to come out and swing first, and we didn't. And they got momentum. They had guys making shots and playing with confidence. I wish I could say it was something we didn't prepare for or something we hadn't practiced, but we were not aggressive enough defensively to start this game.
Tyvis, I don't know if you've ever, other than the Michigan game, which I would imagine you would dig down deep into the reserve tank and find some of this, even if it's made up just to help you play better. But CB, I think it was Colin, CB, said this to me. And by the way, and our guy Rhyme Time is helping us out now because he's a big college basketball guy. Also download and subscribe to Mad About Hoops. We're still doing this podcast. We are still there, baby. College basketball season is underway. We don't keep it to just the Buckeyes, but we obviously did have some Buckeye breakdown on it. And he said Kevin Willard, who's Maryland's head coach, he was asking me, like, did Jake Diebler do something to him? You know what I'm saying?
Like, it was personal?
Did he wrong him? And the answer, of course, is a resounding no. Like, Jake Diebler is not that guy. He's not ruffling feathers. He's just started this. But you would have thought that Maryland's head coach and every player on Maryland's team was pissed off and agitated, and they had came into their house, took a dump on the floor, kicked the dog. Like, no, you're not beating us in our house tonight.
You never heard of setting the tone?
It was a tone
Welcome to the Big Ten.
Yeah.
I think that's, even though he played, obviously he was the interim coach last year, but officially welcome to the Big Ten. I want you to know from now on when you play us,
this is what you're going to get.
Yeah. That's what
so you better make an adjusment. Because if you bring that game, you ain't even going to have a chance.
I promise you that's what he did.
A literal, we're going to run you out of our gym. Yeah. We're going to run you out of our gym if this is the effort that you're bringing.
He didn't have to do them like that. 50-17.
50-17. It was insane just how energetic their crowd was, their players were. That is a big time basketball environment at Maryland. It is an underrated environment from the arena to everything.
What is Maryland's record?
They're good. They're 7-1, I think.
Yeah, they'll be.
Their loss was to Marquette.
Yeah. Okay, so they might be a top 3 team.
No, they're not a top 3 team. They could be a top 25 team.
I was going to say, I think next week you can see them in the top 25.
After that performance I see.
You know how many more wins they're going to have to come up with to be a top? They're going to have to be 15-1 to sniff the top 3.
They might do everybody like this.
Here was Diebler. This was the other one here where you'll hear him talking about the standard, what they got to bring, how they went about the second half.
Yeah, for us, it's playing to the standard that we've worked so hard all off season to establish, and we didn't do that enough in the first half. I thought we did a much better job in the second half. Unfortunately, we just dug too deep of a hole. We were obviously searching with different combinations, trying to ignite us there in the first half, and guys stepped up in the second half. It looked much more like what we're capable of. But you can't in this league on the road. You can't. 20 minutes isn't enough. It's never going to be enough. in a road environment in this league.
No, 20 minutes is not enough. I mean, and again, you can have a bad 20 minutes if you're trailing by 11 or 12.
Yeah.
You know, even 15, that's okay.
33
It's
points.
not great, but you can make up for that. You can't make up. The game's over. It's over. It stinks to lose the game early in the first half.
I think John Rothstein of CBS did he has like tweets that he puts out about certain teams.
What did he say? I missed this.
No, I think he put his tweet out about Maryland at halftime.
He did? Okay, he did.
Yes.
Like, Chris Holtman, more meticulous than a forensics officer.
I'll try and find it here real quick.
Kevin Willard, like law and basketball offices and associates. I don't know. Whatever he would say about him. Tell us that'll be a good hashtag because that's an actual tweet. The very best with the Bucks on the social media fronts tonight. Hashtag Buckeyes coming your way next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Death, taxes, and beating Michigan every damn year. This is your flagship home for Ohio State football. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
AgPro has been family-owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
Come on over to Heartland.
Getting a mortgage? We take pride in providing the value and service you deserve in one of the most important transactions you'll ever have. Community banks have the most flexibility and the lowest rates. Now fact check that. I'm Scott McComb, CEO, coming over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Meyer's giving back to the community this holiday season and needs your help. Meyer's asking Buckeye Nation to bring new or gently used children's toys to Ohio State men's basketball, women's basketball, and men's ice hockey events. Beginning on December 1st to December 8th, there will be collection boxes on the 4 main entrances on the main concourse of the Schottenstein Center. Meyer, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Want to kick off your fall shopping with a touchdown? Shop Bob's Discount Furniture for pieces that fit your style and your space. Check out Bob's space-conscious and style-forward furniture for every room, like counter-height dining sets, convenient lift-top coffee tables, guest-friendly pop-up sleepers, and storage-filled seating perfect for game day hangouts. So stop and score winning design with Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now.
If you've been too busy to sign up for your health insurance plan, it's understandable. It's also why there's Health Markets. At healthmarkets.com, you can see the plans available to you and even speak to a licensed insurance agent. Just dial pound 250 and say Health Markets. They'll answer your questions, and when you're ready, even help you apply. Just dial pound 250 and say Health Markets. Getting your new health insurance plan could be easier than you think. Health Markets Insurance Agency, Inc. is licensed as an insurance agency nationwide except in Massachusetts.
If you need a new furnace, don't settle for a quote north of $7,000. Call your local Sears Heating and Cooling team instead, because those prices are unnecessary. At Sears, we're not plumbers or electricians. We are your Central Ohio heating experts. We keep our overhead low and pass those savings on to you. Save thousands and enjoy a 10-year parts and labor warranty, all without sacrificing service or quality. So get a quote from Sears Heating and Cooling and understand why we are proudly celebrating 75 years as your partner in comfort. SearsHeatingCooling.com.
Pizza lovers, listen up. We're not that cheesy, but this deal is. For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. And you know we got even more, like flavors galore. Okay, maybe we are a little cheesy. Choose between classic 3-cheese, crispy pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big on 2 pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce. Get the $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 1/7/25. See app for full terms.
Attention Buckeye Nation, get ready and grab a Coors Light to cheer on our Ohio State Buckeyes as we fight for a spot in the championship. We know there's nothing like game day in Columbus. So whether you're at the tailgate, the bar, or just watching from home, choose chill. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Social media can be a cesspool. Allow us to navigate the waters. #Buckeyes.
Sponsored by The Waterworks. Plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling. From sump pumps and water heaters to full heating and cooling repair and replacement. The Waterworks tackles it all. Call 614-232-2222 today.
Timmy and Tyvis here, coming down the home stretch here on the Buckeye Show. Rhyme time. Jacob Reimer back there producing things in for Bodie tonight. We were just talking about a Rothstein tweet with that Buckeye-Maryland game last night in hoops. You found it. What did it say? What was it?
So his tweet for Maryland after Maryland wins is College Park, the spring capital of the Northeast. He tweeted it
Nice.
at 7:20 p.m., which
was right before halftime.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a 6:30 start, so 7:20 p.m. would have been at the half or right before halftime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, it was over.
That's fine. You know, it was over.
You hate to see it. You really do.
Tyvis, what are you looking at over there on the Twitter, the X, the Instagram today?
I was looking at, I sent this to you. Whoever would have thought
the Crosby thing?
that Max Crosby
Yeah.
was a huge Ohio State fan. I just can't believe it. So Max Crosby comes out on, I don't know what podcast this is. He's on a podcast and he's talking about how he's a homer, how he's an Ohio State homer at heart, and how he was disgusted with the rivalry game, and he was not big fans of Ryan Day keeping his job, and he wanted Urban Meyer back. And
Like he was disgusted by it.
yeah,
Like he was going.
He like couldn't. He said he didn't.
He was
even
going
really
crazy.
Yeah, he said he didn't even want to go into a lot of details because he's gonna really spaz out about the whole thing. But he said he's not watching Ohio State until Urban's the head coach again.
You know what? I had to do some research because I was wondering what the connection might have been with Max Crosby. And again, this goes to show you Ohio State is a national brand. And I know that some Ohio State people here in town or elsewhere in Ohio have had those folks that just didn't have a connection to Michigan, but just wanted to be different from everybody else at school and started cheering for Michigan. We had where I grew up in Northern Virginia, we had a ton of Dallas Cowboy fans just pop up because they didn't like the way that the Redskins were always getting their butts beat by the Cowboys after Washington was done winning their Super Bowls.
So
Once Jim Lachey left and they started to suck again in the mid and late 90s,
so they just jumped
everybody
on the
just started
bandwagon.
joining the Cowboys bandwagon. That's what happened, right? I get that. But Max was born in Lapeer, Michigan. Anybody know where that is?
Never heard of it.
Then I saw it's north of Detroit. I'm not familiar with the town, but it's north of Detroit. And then we know he went to Eastern Michigan, which is in good old Ypsilanti.
Yeah.
Isn't that where you stay when you go to Ann Arbor? Isn't that where the team stays? In the neighboring town?
I don't,
Oh, you weren't even, your mind, you didn't even know what city you were in
I try to
back when you were playing in that game, in the game. Didn't matter.
Nope. Just get me there.
Well, that's where, I'm pretty sure that's where you'd stay. So when you got that interception, you had stayed in Ypsilanti the night before. That's where you got your rest.
It's a decent town.
It's like 15 minutes away. Does that sound about right? 20-minute bus ride over there?
Couldn't tell you.
I have no idea.
No.
I have no earthly idea. So, yeah, I don't know why Max is all in on the Buckeyes there. But I wanted to point you to this one. This is less Buckeye related, but it relates to the college football playoff and a situation that could arise. And I just think it was a wildly outlandish one. Rhett Lashley. What a name, right? Do either of you know who Rhett Lashley is?
No, I know who Rhett Lewis
everyone's
is.
shaking their head. Who is Rhett Lewis? Browns?
No, Rhett Lewis is a reporter for the Big Ten. He used to play for Indiana.
I feel like there was an Eric Rhett, like Eric with a T. Maybe he played for the Ravens. I thought maybe he played for the Browns for a season or two as a running back way back in the day. Anyway, Rhett Lashley is SMU's head coach. All right?
Okay.
So this is what was brought up. He's on the Andy and Ari podcast. Ari Wasserman used to cover the Buckeyes here in town.
Yep.
On some wild scenario of how a team like SMU 1 year, and possibly this team this year, should not play their championship game to secure their spot. This was what he said.
If the worst happens this year, do you think coaches will start to consider doing crazy things like not playing or benching players or doing things?
If our team all got COVID today and didn't play, we're in.
Wow.
We're in, right? We don't have another data point to drop us below anybody that's behind us.
Based on what happened in 2020, that's how it would go. Yeah.
I think if you open up that door, you're going to see a lot of people do a lot of crazy things. Yes, we're not going to. We're going to go play in Charlotte, and we're going to try to compete for our championship because that's the right thing to do. That's what competitors do. We value an opportunity to share the field with someone like Clemson, a fantastic team, and try to do something special. And so like I said, I'm going to choose to believe that on Sunday that the right thing will be done as well on the other end.
Yeah, how about that? And there's issues there that come up with that, with game integrity, and if you're in a championship game, it's something that would have to be addressed if a team ever did something drastic like that. But in a sense, SMU is in the 8th spot right now at 11-1. They would be safely in, wouldn't you think? If they couldn't play this next game.
Yeah, they would be. Yeah.
They would be safely in, and then losing it kicks them out.
That's a loser mentality.
It is. Of course it is, which is why I say, Rhett Lashley, you are my guy. You play. That's what you do. We're here to play.
If anybody tries to do that, then the CFP should punish them.
Death penalty.
They should punish them.
How about that? You do that, you just get the death penalty, and your program ends. Hope it was worth it.
I don't know what they already went through that. SMU.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, speak of the devil. Yeah. We can have Craig James deliver the news to him. And Eric Dickerson. There you go.
I brewed for SMU. They paying their way to be in the conference.
Reimer, what do you got real quick?
Isn't it interesting how so many first-year teams in the conference are playing in championship games like SMU, Oregon, Texas, Arizona State?
It is.
It is.
Conference realignment.
Well, we got the selection show coming up on Sunday. It's going to be great. Rhyme time. Thank you, Tyvis. It was good seeing you.
You as well.
So coming up next, a little thing called You'll See. T-shirts available now, 971thefan.com. 8:30, jackets at the Oilers on the Fan.
An ex-jock and a very puffy, smooth-faced man. These are the first voices you should hear. Morning Juice. Your wake-up service.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9.
The Fan.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Dorn, what's that guy yelling about in my noisemaker?
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
You're climate hero, you fossil.
What's a climate hero?
That's Dormar, our same-day heating and AC company we've used for 60 years.
Who?
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Come on, Dad, you laugh every time you hear their tidy-whitey commercials.
Yep, those are funnier.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Football fans, meet your new full-service auto partner, Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. From Honda to Ford to Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, we have the perfect vehicle for every football fan. Stuck on the road? Our 24/7 towing and roadside assistance is just one call away, and our convenience service means no hassle, just great service. Plus, every vehicle purchase comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty. For unbeatable deals and unbelievable service, visit HindererMotorCompany.com. We love what moves you.
Hey, Ohio State fan, are you ready for game day? Get hyped and get your crew going with the Buckeye Meal at BK. For $20, you'll get one juicy flame grill Whopper sandwich, one original chicken sandwich, 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers, 3 crispy golden small fries, and 3 refreshing small drinks. Grab your $20 Buckeye Meal today and share the taste of victory. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. Tax extra. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the field. That's why Encova Insurance is prepared for what's next and protects what matters most to you. With independent insurance agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova Insurance is an easy win for your peace of mind. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you.
AgPro has been family-owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
Come on over to Heartland. Now, to run a successful business, you need to develop a strong relationship with your accountant, your attorney, and most importantly, your community banker. If you find it hard to get advice from your bank, maybe it's time to consider Heartland. I'm Scott McComb, CEO. Come on over to Heartland, where banking really feels good. Where banking feels good.